And we were sitting down to split up our stuff. We were talking about who got what couch, and at that time, who got what VCR and things like that. And we had a piece of paper, and I had a line drawn right down the middle. On one side it said Sean, the other side it said Tracy. And we had literally written everything down, and a knock came on the door. I go answer it, and I open the door, and there's 3 gentlemen there who were doing a visitation from the church I went to on Easter Sunday. I guess I had filled out a visitor card, which I didn't remember doing, and they were all cheery, and they were like, well, how you doing? We know you came to visit. And I was like, yeah. I said, they were, how are you? And I'm like, not good. My wife and I are inside, separating our stuff because we're getting a divorce. And I just remember visibly seeing them, kind of their faces fell, and they reacted physically to that news. We talked for a brief minute, and they asked me if they could pray for me before they left, which they did. And the thing that I remember about it is in that prayer, they said, God, we know that you hate divorce. But if there is any way, we desire that this relationship, this marriage get reconciled and that it become Christ-centered. I don't know what else they prayed for, but I remember that specifically. And it's the I hate that God hates divorce part, which I now know is scripture. And I didn't realize it at the time, but I believe that was a powerful catalyst in what came down the road later. In September, she found out she was pregnant with our first child. We went to church on that Sunday for the first time ever as a Christian couple. I did have a kind of a Jewish upbringing, but mostly God was not really present. I didn't think about it. The day before Easter Sunday, I went to this depiction of the last days of Christ's life, leading up to the crucifixion and the resurrection. So you see, you walk through the streets of Jerusalem, you see the Last Supper, you see Jesus praying in the Garden of Gethsemane, which at this time, I didn't know any of that stuff. I hadn't read the Bible. I didn't know any of that, not growing up in church. So this was all new to me. This is the first time I'd ever really seen the life of Christ depicted and the last days of Christ depicted. I don't know what happened in that, but I believe God primed my heart. So I go off in my car, and I'm sitting there in the parking lot of this abandoned school all alone, and I'm gripping the steering wheel like this. I just start crying out to God. I didn't need God. I was good until the one thing that I didn't even realize I cherished as much as I did was ripped from my hands because I had basically contributed to ruining it. That got my attention and humbled me.